massive anchor into the ocean floor. I have never experienced an emotion like this before. The gravitational pull is impossible to deny, tethering my soul firmly to the vast open sky.
No superficial flirtation, no temporary fling. You are my absolute spectacular everything, plunging into the profound, unfathomable deep. A monumental devotion that is mine to keep, carrying the colossal weight of a genuine romance, entering a completely mesmerizing, beautiful trance. You are the solid foundation underneath my feet, making my existence entirely and wonderfully complete. Hurricanes may threaten, tornadoes might arrive, but this dense affection guarantees we survive, bound together by invisible, unbreakable ropes, surpassing entirely my wildest, grandest hopes.
Sinking downward into the abyss of your embrace, occupying a completely sacred permanent space. The mass of this attraction bends the laws of physics, curing the doubts of the pessimistic critics. We are anchored by incredibly heavy love, a monumental blessing gifted from above, too dense to be broken, too solid to ever bend, a gravitational anomaly that will never end. Heavy love, grounding us into the bedrock core, leaving us passionately begging for more.
A fortress constructed of absolute pure trust, impervious entirely to the corrosive rust. I pledge my allegiance with a solemn, serious vow. Eternity is happening right exactly here and now. Your loyalty weighs a ton, pure as solid gold, a fascinating story that is finally been told. No shallow waters, we navigate the deepest trench, a burning thirst that only you can properly quench.
The gravity multiplies whenever you are near, eradicating instantly every microscopic fear. My heart is a boulder resting in your palm, providing an overwhelmingly reassuring calm. We do not float away like meaningless balloons, we are stabilized entirely like orbiting moons. The density of passion suffocates the lonely past, a monumental monolith built to forever last. Sinking downward into the abyss of your embrace, occupying a completely sacred permanent space. The mass of this attraction bends the laws of physics, curing the doubts of the pessimistic critics. We are anchored by incredibly heavy love, a monumental blessing gifted from above, too dense to be broken, too solid to ever bend, a gravitational anomaly that will never end. Heavy love, grounding us into the bedrock core, leaving us passionately begging for more.
With
intersection, listening to the man providing spiritual direction. He doesn't wear a robe, just a faded, oversized coat, delivering a magnificent warning directly from his throat. Pedestrians are rushing blindly, staring at their phones, ignoring the truth buried inside his heavy baritone tones. I stop and listen to the parables of the modern age, flipping through his heavily annotated metaphorical page.
Stepping up onto the overturned plastic milk crate, warning the citizens about their impending tragic fate. The subway grate is my altar, the sidewalk is my church, conducting a necessary, deeply philosophical search, translating the graffiti sprayed upon the brick wall, answering the incredibly heavy divine ancestral call. Sirens try to drown me out with their terrifying scream, but I am waking the people from their capitalistic dream.
No stained glass windows, no collection plates of past, just the unfiltered reality reflecting in the dirty glass, deciphering the omens hidden in the metropolitan noise, amplifying the volume of the marginalized, forgotten voice. Oh, you listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the deep, generational, unacknowledged hurt.
The neon signs are flashing their deceptive false idols, but I am consulting the ancient, universally true titles. I point my weathered finger at the tower and skyscrapers, exposing the corruption hidden in their official papers. The rain starts to fall, washing the grime from my face, but I refuse to abandon this highly contested holy space. My congregation consists of the homeless and the strays, guiding them safely through the terrifying dark days.
I pull out my notebook and write down every single word, the most profound poetry that the city has ever heard. He speaks in riddles that unlock the heavy iron doors, revealing the casualties of their invisible silent wars. The police officers tell him to immediately move along, but he responds with a deeply beautiful defiant song. A disciple of the asphalt, a student of the intersection, finding an incredibly pure, highly spiritual connection. No stained glass windows, no collection plate to pass, just the unfiltered reality reflecting in the dirty glass, deciphering the omens hidden in the metropolitan noise, amplifying the volume of the marginalized, forgotten voice. Listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the deep, generational, unacknowledged hurt. The writing is clearly on the wall if you simply look. He memorized the passages of the universally banned book, a lonely voice crying out in the metallic wilderness, replacing the hostility with a beautiful tenderness. Hear the truth. Open your eyes, Babylon is falling. Wake up! Oh, listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the deep, generational, unacknowledged hurt. The crowd disperses, message delivered, the street is quiet, prophet walks on. walking through a metropolis painted infrared. Holographic advertisements promising a fake joy, selling plastic fantasies disguised as a shining toy. I wear my reflective visor to block the glare, breathing in the synthetic, heavily filtered air. Living inside a simulation, running on a grid, trying to remember the innocent things I did.
Microchips implanted deeply inside the human brain, trading natural spirituality for digital cold rain. The system operates on an algorithmic code, sending heavy data down a fiber optic road.
Profits are censored by the mainframe firewall, waiting for the artificial empire to finally fall. We about to reach powering a greedy, vicious beast, starving our spirits at this technologic Google feast. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon,
A beautiful but deadly trial,
erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
virtual reality goggles blinding the youth, preventing them from witnessing the absolute truth. Cyber police patrolling the information web, watching the organic tide slowly, sadly ebb.
But the acoustic guitar possesses a virus strain, designed to penetrate the mechanical domain, uploading a frequency of pure, undeniable love, hacking the satellites positioned up above, swiping my identity card at the security gate, escaping the algorithm before it gets too late. I am a ghost circulating inside the machine, the most dangerous anomaly they have ever seen. Downloading the rhythm directly into my soul, bypassing the centralized tyrannical control. The pixels are dissolving, revealing the rust, watching the motherboards crumble into dust. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon,
A beautiful but deadly trial,
erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
short circuit the server, shatter the glass screen, awaken the citizens from this algorithmic dream. The baseline is a logic bomb ready to detonate, opening up the encrypted heavy firewall gate.
System failure,
Rebooting,
override, error, error, error. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon,
a beautiful but deadly trial,
erasing our coordinates entirely from the map. Shutting down, the screen goes dark, the real world away. Disconnect, disconnect. Tearing the blank pages from the unwritten diary, my psychological state is incredibly fiery, refusing to politely smile for the high society, embracing my wonderfully complex notoriety. They tried to lock me inside a golden bird cage, but I easily escaped from the theatrical stage, running barefoot through the untamed wilderness, leaving behind the polite, expected tenderness.
A lone wolf howling at the midnight lunar phase, rejecting the incredibly boring, predictable maze, trusting the internal compass, ignoring the map, dodging the clever manipulative societal trap, writing my own definitive, spectacular destiny, refusing to participate in the fake festivity, hunting for the absolute, terrifying truth, preserving the rebellious nature of my youth.
Swimming vigorously against the mainstream current, becoming a powerful, undeniable deterrent, unapologetic, fierce, and dangerously proud, standing out visibly from the brainwashed crowd, possessing a magnificent, untamed rebel heart, tearing the restrictive traditional rules apart, a rogue spirit refusing to ever settle down, the most dangerous outcast in the entire town. Rebel heart, pumping with fierce independence, fighting back against the authoritative sentence.
Crossing the strictly forbidden geographical borders, disobeying the hypocritical, ridiculous orders. My pulse is dictated by instinct, not by a clock, breaking the incredibly heavy psychological lock, walking the completely complicated, risky path, enduring the jealous, unpredictable bitter wrath. I am the captain of this incredibly fragile ship, refusing to ever lose my determined tight grip.
Throwing away the expected, boring blueprint, leaving a totally unique, unforgettable fingerprint, painting entirely outside the designated lines, ignoring the confusing, contradictory signs. The armor I wear is forged from pure defiance, operating without any corporate fake alliance, finding immense joy inside the beautiful chaos, regardless of the potential temporary loss. Swimming vigorously against the mainstream current, becoming a powerful, undeniable deterrent, unapologetic, fierce, and dangerously proud, standing out visibly from the brainwashed crowd, possessing a magnificent, untamed rebel heart, tearing the restrictive traditional rules apart, a rogue spirit refusing to ever settle down, the most dangerous outcast in the entire town. Rebel heart, pumping with fierce independence, fighting back against the authoritative sentence. Do not try to tame the wild roaming beast. We are starving at the superficial fake feast. Freedom is a highly expensive, necessary cost, but those who wander are never truly lost. Untamed, unchained, no rules, just instinct. Possessing a magnificent, untamed rebel heart, tearing the restricted traditional rules apart, a rogue spirit refusing to ever settle down, the most dangerous outcast in the entire town. Rebel heart, pumping with fierce independence, fighting back against the authoritative sentence. Beat strong, never conform, stay wild, forever roll. my shoulder, feeling significantly braver and incredibly bolder. The Duke said deck is an instrument of pure peace, demanding that the neighborhood violence instantly cease. I push the play button, engaging the magnetic head, resurrecting the spirits of the supposedly dead. The woofers are pumping out a visible sonic wave. This portable contraption is precisely what I crave.
Purchasing 8 massive batteries from the corner store to power this magnificent acoustic heavy roar, extending the shiny telescopic antenna to the sky, watching the incredible frequencies beautifully fly.
We do not need a cathedral with stained glass windows. We find our salvation wherever the street wind blows, carrying the sanctuary directly in my bare hands, broadcasting a message across the barren land.
The volume knob is twisted completely to the right, eradicating the darkness of the pessimistic night.
A portable revolution running on direct current, becoming an absolute, undeniable, massive deterrent. We carry the temple inside the boombox Zion, roaring loudly like a magnificent silver lion, transforming the gray sidewalk into a holy place, providing a spectacular mobile spiritual space. Boombox Zion, the heaviest device on the street, worshiping the power of the analog beat.
The handle is heavy, digging deeply into my palm, but the music provides an overwhelmingly sweet calm. Walking past the abandoned, dilapidated buildings, ignoring the fake, superficial corporate gildings.
The graphic equalizer bounces up and down in the red, injecting the philosophy directly into your head. This rectangular machine is a technological priest, calming the anger of the metropolitan beast. Cassette tape spinning slowly inside the plastic shell, rescuing the pedestrians from a psychological hell. The treble is sharp, the mid-range is incredibly clear, eradicating completely the surrounding atmosphere. I'm a mobile DJ, a prophet with the silver box, shattering the incredibly heavy invisible locks. People stop and nod their heads to the massive sound, the most beautiful congregation to ever be found. The volume knob is twisted completely to the right, eradicating the darkness of the pessimistic night. A portable revolution running on direct current, becoming an absolute, undeniable, massive deterrent. We carry the temple inside the boombox Zion, roaring loudly like a magnificent silver lion, transforming the gray sidewalk into a holy place, providing a spectacular mobile spiritual space. Boombox Zion, the heaviest device on the street, worshiping the power of the analog beat. Speakers are vibrating the entire neighborhood, doing exactly what the manufacturer understood. When the batteries die, we will simply buy some more, keeping the sanctuary open with an unlocked door. Rewind!
Press play, turn it up,
Maximum volume. We carry the temple inside the boombox Zion, roaring loudly like a magnificent silver lion, transforming the gray sidewalk into a holy place, providing a spectacular mobile spiritual space. Boombox Zion, the heaviest device on the street, worshiping the power of the analog beat. Batteries low, tape slowing down, music fading, eject. Ooh, yeah. Stepping out the luxury vehicle in an emerald silk gown, ready to completely shut this underground dance all down. Diamonds dripping heavily from my manicured fingertips. A confident, unapologetic smile resting on my lips. The rude boys part like the Red Sea when I walk through, showing exactly what a determined, powerful queen can do. I grab the golden microphone from the incredibly sturdy stand, taking absolute control of this entire massive land.
The operator pulls up the track to show maximum respect, witnessing a royalty that you simply did not expect. She brings the haute couture directly into the gritty dirt, healing the massive crowd of every single painful hurt. Her vocal runs are smooth like highly expensive air drum, commanding the attention of the aggressive heavy drum. I spin the exclusive dub plate entirely in her honor, recognizing the spectacular, undeniable grace upon her. Elegance and the extreme grit colliding on the stage, writing a phenomenally glamorous historical page. Unbothered, unmatched, entirely in a different class, shattering the ceiling made of patriarchal glass. Bow down to the undeniable, fierce diva dub, the undisputed monarch of this underground club, mixing the high fashion with the raw, heavy sound, the most spectacular royalty to ever be found. Diva dub demanding absolute, uncompromised space, ruling the dance hall with the terrifying, beautiful grace. Rival sound systems try to initiate a massive clash, but she reduces their arguments to absolute burnt ash. Just one lingering, spectacular, highly melodic note cuts directly through their defense, straight to the throat.
The speakers are smoking, the amplifiers are entirely blown, because she refuses to abdicate a magnificent throne. A flawless combination of the street and the extreme luxury, defeating her opponents with absolute pure wizardry. My stilettos remain perfectly spotless in the muddy yard, playing my ultimate winning, completely dominant card. The delay effect multiplies the power of my sweet voice, leaving the mesmerized audience absolutely no choice. I dictate the tempo with the flick of my jeweled wrist, adding a sophisticated, unexpected, phenomenal twist. They thought I was too delicate to handle the heavy bass, but I threw their underestimation right back in their face. Elegance and the extreme grit colliding on the stage, writing a phenomenally glamorous historical page. Unbothered, unmatched, entirely in a different class, shattering the ceiling made of patriarchal glass. Bow down to the undeniable, fierce diva dub, the undisputed monarch, this underground club, mixing the high fashion with the raw, heavy sound, the most spectacular royalty to ever be found. Diva dub demanding absolute, uncompromised space, ruling the dance hall with the terrifying, beautiful grace. The crown is incredibly heavy, but she wears it with ease, bringing the biggest, toughest challengers down to their knees. A masterpiece of attitude, a portrait of supreme confidence, shattering the boundaries of the typical, expected existence. Queen arise, make way, flawless victory. Hear me echo, hear me echo. Bow down to the undeniable, fierce diva dub, the undisputed monarch of this underground club, mixing the high fashion with the raw, heavy sound, the most spectacular royalty to ever be found. Diva dub demanding absolute, uncompromised space, ruling the dance hall with the terrifying, beautiful grace. The queen departs, spotlight off, legendary night. Long live the diva. I was feeling weak. They call me a legend, but I am just a simple girl, trying to spread a little honey in a bitter world, carrying the history of my people in my throat, pouring pure emotion into every single note.
She walks down the block with incredible grace, a permanent sunshine illuminated on her face. Empress of the concrete, royalty without a crown, lifting up the spirits of the entire dusty town.
When she starts to vocalize, the arguments all cease, bringing a spectacular, overwhelming sense of peace. An aura of positivity surrounds a silhouette, a magnetic energy that you will never forget. She carries the remedy in her vocal cords, striking down the hatred without using any swords. A testament to resilience, a symbol of the pure, providing a miraculous musical cure. Listen to Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece, a living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light.
I watch her from a distance, standing on the stage, turning back the clock, reversing every age. The elders start to reminisce, the youth begin to smile, captivated thoroughly by her remarkable style. She blends the Latin rhythm with the steady island skank, taking all the blessings straight to the spiritual bank. No artificial gimmicks, no fabricated lies, just naked honest truth reflecting in her eyes.
So I close my eyes and channel the ancestors above, filling up the microphone with unconditional love. I am a vessel for the melody, a conduit for the sound, keeping my stilettos planted firmly on the ground. Fame is an illusion, money is just green paper, but a genuine connection is a much sweeter flavor. I give away my energy until I am entirely drained, ensuring that the cultural legacy is maintained. She carries the remedy in her vocal cords, striking down the hatred without using any swords. A testament to resilience, a symbol of the pure, providing a miraculous musical cure. Listen to Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece of living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light. A solitary teardrop falls upon the wooden floor as she gives the audience exactly what they asked for. A moment of vulnerability, beautifully exposed, the most elegant poetry that was ever composed. Sweet soul, shine on, Jenny, comfort the weary, pure vibration. Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece of living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light. Keep singing sweet melodies, the soul of the block. We love you, Jenny. Looking through the frosted glass of my brownstone flat, wondering where the warmth of the summer went and sat. snowflakes descending upon the incredibly quiet street, burying the memories beneath the terrifying white sheet. Tears freezing instantly upon my shivering cheek, feeling emotionally drained, vulnerable and weak. The radiator hisses, but it provides no actual heat, except in the reality of this emotional defeat.
Walking underneath the massive rusted overpass, watching the heavy icicles forming on the glass. Collar turned up against the absolutely bitter chill, swallowing a tremendously difficult jagged pill, carrying the generational sorrow inside my heavy lungs, speaking the prayers in the forgotten ancient tongues. The metropolis is a frozen, unforgiving concrete beast, starving the poor people at the billionaire's feast. The saxophone cries out into the desolate night, searching desperately for a tiny flicker of light. Echoes bouncing off the frozen brick facade, questioning the intentions of the universe and God. Listen to the tragic, beautiful Brooklyn wail, where the broken promises continually sadly fail. Oh, a melancholy symphony played on the frozen street, waiting patiently for the eventual return of spring. Brooklyn, where a heavy, devastating urban sigh, reaching all the way up to the overcast sky. Plowing through the snowdrifts, blocking the avenue, wondering how I will ever manage to get to you. My boots are soaking wet from the melting slush, surviving the frantic morning commuter rush. The bassline acts as a heavy, thick woolen coat, protecting the fragile vocal cords inside my throat. We huddle around the flaming trash barrel for warmth, enduring the brutality of this psychological storm. Pigeon sheltering, shivering beneath the window ledge, standing dangerously close to the emotional edge. The street lamps flicker, casting a yellow sickly glow, reflecting off the dirty accumulated city snow. I sing a lullaby to the ghosts of my romantic past, knowing that this freezing temperature cannot last. The morning dove answers from the fire escape stairs, carrying the heavy burden of my unspoken care. The saxophone cries out into the desolate night, searching desperately for a tiny flicker of light. Echoes bouncing off the frozen brick facade, questioning the intentions of the universe and God. Listen to the tragic, beautiful
providing a magnificent cooling shade. Parrots flying overhead in a spectacular parade. Orchids blooming vividly upon the ancient vines, where the sparkling holy river beautifully intertwines.
Walking softly across the mossy emerald floor,
leaving the Babylon destruction outside the door. Inhaling the fragrance of the blooming hibiscus, forgiving the enemies who once deeply dismissed us.
Lion resting peacefully beside the gentle lamb, breaking the heavy chains of the deceptive wicked scam. Reading the ancient scriptures beneath the cedar tree, embracing the righteous truth that sets the spirit free.
Meditating deeply on the mountain elevation, receiving a profound spectacular revelation. Planting the tiny seeds into the fertile home, finally returning to our designated spiritual home. Floating upward toward the magnificent pinnacle, ignoring completely the voices of the cynical. Releasing the toxic venom from the infected mind, leaving the sorrow and the bitter weeping behind. Flowing perfectly with the Zion groove, watching the majestic holy mountains move. A sanctuary filled with everlasting pure light, banishing forever the shadows of the night. Zion groove, a utopian, beautiful reality, achieving a state of total, absolute neutrality.
Harvesting the yams and the sweetest sugar cake, washing our faces in the purifying gentle rain. Drinking with pristine water from the natural spring, appreciating the nourishment that the seasons bring. Eradicating greed, abandoning the endless rush, finding total serenity within the jungle brush. The soil is rich, the atmosphere is perfectly clean, the most breathtaking paradise I have ever seen.
Braiding my long hair beside the rushing waterfall, answering the majestic, undeniable high call. Humming a melody inherited from the queen, painting a portrait entirely wonderfully serene. Tasting the golden honey from the buzzing bees, surrendering completely to the rustling breeze. Laying back upon the soft grassy terrain, removing entirely every single lingering pain. Floating upward toward the magnificent pinnacle, ignoring completely the voices of the cynical. Releasing the toxic venom from the infected mind, leaving the sorrow and the bitter weeping behind. Flowing perfectly with the Zion groove, watching the majestic holy mountains move. A sanctuary filled with everlasting pure light, banishing forever the shadows of the night. Zion groove, a utopian, beautiful reality, achieving a state of total, absolute neutrality.
The promised land is no longer
A distant illusion,
we have escaped the massive
worldly confusion.
stepping into the kingdom of eternal grace,
Occupying this exceptionally holy, sacred space. Pure peace, holy waters,
breathing.
Zion awaits. Flowing perfectly with the Zion groove, watching the majestic, holy mountains move. A sanctuary filled with everlasting pure light, banishing forever the shadows of the night. Zion grew, a utopian, beautiful reality, achieving a state of total, absolute neutrality. Resting here, forever calm, jungle paradise, beautiful Zion. with the neighborhood boys. I learned to sing before I ever learned to speak, finding immense strength whenever I was feeling weak. They call me a legend, but I am just a simple girl, trying to spread a little honey in a bitter world, carrying the history of my people in my throat, pouring pure emotion into every single note.
She walks down the block with incredible grace, a permanent sunshine illuminated on her face. Empress of the concrete, royalty without a crown, lifting up the spirits of the entire dusty town.
When she starts to vocalize, the arguments all cease, bringing a spectacular, overwhelming sense of peace. An aura of positivity surrounds her silhouette, a magnetic energy that you will never forget. She carries the remedy in her vocal cords, striking down the hatred without using any swords. A testament to resilience, a symbol of the pure, providing a miraculous musical cure. Listen to Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece, a living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light.
I watch her from a distance, standing on the stage, turning back the clock, reversing every age. The elders start to reminisce, the youth begin to smile, captivated thoroughly by her remarkable style. She blends the Latin rhythm with the steady island skank, taking all the blessings straight to the spiritual bank. No artificial gimmicks, no fabricated lies, just naked honest truth reflecting in her
I
eyes.
close my eyes and channel the ancestors above, filling up the microphone with unconditional love. I am a vessel for the melody, a conduit for the sound, keeping my stilettos planted firmly on the ground. Fame is an illusion, money is just green paper, but a genuine connection is a much sweeter flavor. I give away my energy until I am entirely drained, ensuring that the cultural legacy is maintained. Carries the remedy in her vocal cords, striking down the hatred without using any swords. A testament to resilience, a symbol of the pure, providing a miraculous musical cure. Listen to Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece, a living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light. A grill on the old gas stove, creating a delicious aroma in this neighborhood cove. Colorful murals painted vividly on the stucco wall, answering the vibrant cultural festive call. Playing a game of cards upon the folding chair, while a magnificent salsa rhythm fills the air. A melting pot of cultures living side by side, bursting with an incredible, undeniable pride.
Rolling up to the corner with the speakers in the trunk, supplying the neighborhood with the island funk, blending the Jamaican bass with the Latin brass, watching the beautiful smiling pedestrians pass.
Sipping from a coconut, wearing a fedora hat, engaging in the lively multilingual friendly chat. The diaspora uniting on the single busy street, finding a common language in the heavy drum beat. Spices mixing perfectly inside the sonic pot, appreciating the beautiful heritage we got, from the Caribbean Sea to the mainland coast.
This is the beautiful fusion we love the most,
getting down to the rhythm of the barrio dub, turning the entire sidewalk into a massive club. Trumpets blazing over a phenomenally heavy bass, putting a gigantic smile on everybody's face. Barrio dub, where the cultures beautifully collide, a magnificent roller coaster that we love to ride.
Bilingual poetry spoken directly into the mic, delivering the positive messages that we all like. The Congos are speaking a deeply ancestral dialect, commanding a massive, undeniable, pure respect.
We break the piñata, watching the candy fall, enjoying the spectacular neighborhood ball. No passports required to enter this festive zone, making this cross-cultural territory our own. Ruffled skirts catching the warm evening breeze, dancing with the spectacular, captivating ease. The local mechanic wiping the grease from his hand to join the celebration of this incredible band. Fire hydrants opened up to cool the summer heat, splashing water beautifully all across the street. The rhythm is contagious, infecting everyone here, creating an atmosphere of absolute pure cheer. Spices mixing perfectly inside the sonic pot, appreciating the beautiful heritage we got, from the Caribbean Sea to the mainland coast.
This is the beautiful fusion we love the most,
getting down to the rhythm of the barrio dub, turning the entire sidewalk into a massive club. Trumpets blazing over a phenomenally heavy bass, putting a gigantic smile on everybody's face. Barrio dub, where the cultures beautifully collide, a magnificent roller coaster that we love to ride.
Uno, dos, tres, let the bass line loudly drop. This neighborhood fiesta is never going to stop.
Baila conmigo,
Dance with me through the night.
everything in the world feels absolutely right. Never did
Feel the flavor,
spicy rhythm, barrio love, getting down to the rhythm of the barrio dub, turning the entire sidewalk into a massive club. Trumpets blazing over a phenomenally heavy bass, putting a gigantic smile on everybody's face. Barrio dub, where the cultures beautifully collide, a magnificent roller coaster that we love to ride. La familia, one love, bodega closes, sweet dreams. Oh, 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 oh. Sitting in the vocal booth, adjusting my headphones, singing into the condenser, finding the perfect tones. The engineer is separated by a pane of thick glass, waiting for the initial recording sequence to pass. I deliver the lyrics with a precise, sharp attack, and listen to my own voice beautifully bouncing back, multiplying syllables until they fill the room. A flower of audio that is beginning to bloom.
Sitting at the soundboard, twisting the plastic knobs, performing the most crucial of all the studio jobs. Routing the cables through the complicated patch bay, manipulating time to create the perfect delay. The reel-to-reel is spinning, capturing the magic tape, giving the invisible audio a physical shape. Pushing the faders upward, increasing the feedback loop, cooking up a magnificent sonic alphabet soup.
Analog equipment glowing with the vintage warmth, creating a terrifying, beautiful acoustic storm. Milliseconds stretch out into an eternity, unlocking the secrets of audio geometry. We are mixing the delay jam, bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. A mesmerizing,
repetitive,
hypnotic chord delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ. A technological masterpiece created just for you.
Splicing the magnetic ribbon with the razor blade, preserving the glorious masterpiece that we have made. Adding a phaser effect to the rhythm guitar, making it sound like it originated from a star. The compressed squashes down the heavy kick drum, while the parametric equalizer creates a gentle hum. A scientist of sound experimenting with the gear, crafting the frequency perfectly for the human ear.
My chorus overlaps itself in a cascading wave, a musical phenomenon that I completely crave. Breathing into the microphone, creating a stormy gust, shaking off the decades of accumulated dust. The panic sweeps my vocals from the left to the right, a dizzying stereo, spectacular acoustic flight. I am an instrument played by the master technician, completing the ultimate auditory expedition. Analog equipment glowing with the vintage warmth, creating a terrifying, beautiful acoustic storm. Milliseconds stretch out into an eternity, unlocking the secrets of audio geometry. We are mixing the delay jam, bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. A mesmerizing,
Repetitive,
hypnotic chord delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ. A technological masterpiece created just for you.
turn up the reverb, make it sound like a cave, riding the crest of a magnificent sound wave.
The master channel peaks into the dangerous red, but the rhythm is permanently stuck inside my head.
Jam, jam, jam.
Time is stopping, stopping. Echo, echo, echo. Listen, listen. Echo, echo. Listen, listen. Whoa, we are mixing the delay jam, bending the clock, a synchronized vibe, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. A mesmerizing,
Repetitive,
hypnotic chord delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ. A technological masterpiece created just for you. Faders down, session over, save the tape, powering off. directly in front of the massive wooden box. Feeling the vibration rattle in my heavy silver locks. The cone pushes the air with a terrifying invisible force, taking my physical body on a completely wild course. It is not just auditory, it is a magnificent tactile thing. Feeling every single note that the heavy instruments sing. My ribcage acts as an entirely resonant hollow cave, catching the crest of this magnificent acoustic wave. I am the dedicated carpenter, shaping the heavy pine, calculating the dimensions with a mathematical design, wiring the heavy magnets and the copper internal coil, rewarding the dedication of my tremendously hard toil. Sealing the cabinet to prevent the precious air from leaking, listening closely when the giant mechanical beast is speaking, routing the audio signal through the crossover machine, the most powerful amplifier that you have ever seen, dropping the frequency completely below the human range, initiating a cellular microscopic spectacular change, massaging the internal organs with the deepest heavy tone, penetrating directly into the center of the bone, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation.
The needle tracks the heavy groove on the vinyl plate, opening up the massive acoustic invisible gate that turned the low-end equalizer dial completely to the right, summoning the earthquake in the middle of the night. Dust falling from the rafters of the underground club, powered entirely by the relentless driving dub. We are the technicians of the ultimate low frequency, providing an antidote to the modern emergency.
The bassline is a blanket wrapping me completely tight, eradicating the terrors of the deeply anxious night. I close my eyes and surrender to the pulling undertow, letting the magnificent low frequency current beautifully flow. My heartbeat synchronizes with the heavy thumping kick, curing me instantly whenever I am feeling sick. A sonic baptism washing over my entirely willing frame, ensuring that I will absolutely never be the same. Dropping the frequency completely below the human range, initiating a cellular microscopic spectacular change, massaging the internal organs with the deepest heavy tone, penetrating directly into the center of the bone, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, oh, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation. You cannot simply hear it, you have to physically feel it. If your heart is broken, this heavy resonance will seal it. The woofer diaphragm breathes precisely like a lung, speaking the ancient, beautifully unspoken tongue. Breathe in, feel the shake, feel the shake, deepest space, let it move you. Ooh, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation. Vibration stops, ears ringing, body relax, pure soul. in a heavy winter park lined with thick fur, while my memories of the sandy beaches begin to blur. Snow is piling up against the rusted bodega gate, but my internal temperature refuses to accommodate. Buying a spicy Jamaican patty in the freezing cold, keeping the cultural traditions incredibly fiercely bold. The diaspora migrating to the northern concrete maze, bringing the sunshine into the gray, depressing days.
Stepping off the elevated train at the Pelham stop, taking the island flavor straight to the very top. My breath is visible in the freezing January air, but I walk with the tropical, undeniable, confident flair. Importing the heavy spices, the flavor, the bland food, changing the entire metropolitan aggressive mood. The intersection of the islands in the northern state, creating a phenomenon that is phenomenally great.
Geographies colliding in a spectacular cultural mash, a beautiful explosion of flavor, a wonderful crash. From the turquoise waters to the gray asphalt street, we bring the undeniable, heavy, ancestral heat. Surviving the winter in the Caribbean Bronx, ignoring the aggressive loud taxi honks. A tropical spirit trapped inside a freezing zone, making this icy territory completely our own Caribbean Bronx. A fusion of the snow and the sand, building a magnificent empire in a foreign land.
The landlord complains about the volume of the bass, but we are claiming ownership of this rented space. Playing the vintage cassettes to warm up the room, sweeping away the seasonal depressing winter gloom. I wrap a colorful scarf tidy around my frozen neck, paying for my groceries with a highly folded check. The accents mingle in the crowded corner barber shop. This spectacular migration is never gonna stop.
Looking through the icy window at the towering skyline, knowing that this entire massive city will be mine. Braiding my daughter's hair with intricate tight beads, planting the tropical resilient cultural seed. We navigate the subway lines like navigating the sea, proving exactly how incredibly strong we can be. The thermometer plummets, but the rhythm keeps us warm, sheltering each other from the massive snowy storm. Geographies colliding in a spectacular cultural mash, a beautiful explosion of flavor, a wonderful crash. From the turquoise waters to the gray asphalt street, we bring the undeniable, heavy, ancestral heat. Surviving the winter in the Caribbean Bronx, ignoring the aggressive loud taxi honks. A tropical spirit trapped inside a freezing zone, making this icy territory completely our own Caribbean Bronx. A fusion of the snow and the sand, building a magnificent empire in a foreign land. The palm tree roots can grow through the thick cement. We are highly grateful for the blessings we were sent. Two different worlds merging into one solid voice, rejoicing beautifully in this geographical choice. Island soul, city streets, stay warm. Fusion sound, surviving the winter in the Caribbean Bronx, ignoring the aggressive loud taxi honks. A tropical spirit trapped inside a freezing zone, making this icy territory completely our own Caribbean Bronx. A fusion of the snow and the sand, building a magnificent empire in a foreign land. Next stop, uptown. Keep the fire burning, mind the gap. Stepping out the limousine, wrapped in pure couture, flashing lights blinding me, of that I am quite sure. Diamonds resting heavy on my collarbone tonight, Silken dresses flowing, catching every single light. Posing for the magazine, smiling for the press. Living in a fantasy, a beautiful, chaotic mess.
Sitting by the riverbank, touching fertile soil, appreciating simple things far from the turmoil. Mango trees are blossoming, catching morning dew. Nature paints a masterpiece in shades of vibrant blue.
Wearing cotton garments woven by my mother's hand, feeling deeply connected to this ancient holy land. Fame and fortune glittering, earth and water deep. Promises we calculate, secrets that we keep. Opposites attracting in a fascinating way. Nighttime glitz surrenders to the brightness of the day. Showcasing the glamour roots, a complicated style, blending high society with the incredibly wild. Red carpet stretching out across the forest floor, asking Mother Nature what she truly has in store. Glamour roots, where the runway meets the dirt. Healing up the vanity, bending every hurt.
Waterfalls cascading down the limestone mountain peaks, washing off the makeup from your highly painted cheeks. Drinking coconut water straight from the heavy shell, breaking free completely from the artificial spell. Walking barefoot proudly upon the grassy ground,
Listening intently to the planetary sound. Trading my stilettos for a comfortable retreat, leaving the metropolis, escaping summer heat. Paparazzi vanishing, leaving us entirely alone. Sitting on a wooden log, pretending it's a throne. Finding pure luxury in the whispering of leaves, discovering the magic that my quiet heart receives. Fame and fortune glittering, earth and water deep. Promises we calculate, secrets that we keep. Opposites attracting in a fascinating way. Nighttime glitz surrenders to the brightness of the day. Showcasing the glamour roots, a complicated style, blending high society with the incredibly wild. Red carpet stretching out across the forest floor, asking Mother Nature what she truly has in store. Glamour roots, where the runway meets the dirt. Healing up the vanity, mending every hurt. Take the golden necklaces, throw them in the stream. Wake up from the superficial materialistic dream. Beauty isn't purchased at a fancy high-end store. It lives inside the spirit, right down in the core. Natural elegance, stripped down, raw and beautiful. Breathe in the air. Showcasing the glamour roots, a complicated style, blending high society with the incredibly wild. Red carpet stretching out across the forest floor, asking Mother Nature what she truly has in store. Glamour roots, where the runway meets the dirt. Healing up the vanity, mending every hurt. True beauty, grounded deep, leaves falling, resting peacefully. Sensing the electricity crackling in the air. We are not protesting with a picket or a sign. We are using choreography to cross the battle line. Step to the left, pivot sharply sharply to the right, turning our frustration into a beacon of light. Every single motion is a calculated strike, moving all together down the middle of the turnpike.
Oppressors looking down from their ivory towers, underestimating the capacity of our powers. They try to legislate the way we naturally feel, but the rhythm of the people is made of forged steel.
Marching to the frequency of ultimate defiance, forming an unbreakable underground alliance. We do not need artillery to tear the system down, we just need the heaviest subwoofers in the town. The tempo is a weapon, the melody's a shield. We are taking over the entire battlefield. No surrender, no retreat, we hold the front line, following the guidance of a higher grand design. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, heating the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear.
Generals are panicking, checking on their screens, trying to decipher what this movement really means. Footsteps vibrating like an earthquake on the fall, bringing their corrupt economy to a grinding halt. We are warriors of sound, soldiers of the groove, moving our intentions with every single move. Babylon is crumbling beneath our stomping feet.
Victory is tasting incredibly sweet, spinning like a hurricane, twisting like a storm, breaking every boundary, rejecting every norm. Sweat is camouflage, painting my determined face, claiming ownership of this contested urban space. Shoulder to shoulder, we form a human barricade, showing off the courage that we have proudly made. No one can stop a tide that has already turned, watching all the wicked institutions get burned. The tempo is a weapon, the melody's a shield. We are taking over the entire battlefield. No surrender, no retreat, we hold the front line, following the guidance of a higher grand design. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear. Stand up tall, do not ever compromise, look the adversary directly in the eyes. The choreography of freedom is a beautiful art, dictated by the drumming of a liberated heart. Step, step, hold the line, push forward, we are one. Step, step, hold the line. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized way, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear. Keep moving, never yield, the dance continues, freedom rings. Bustling market vendors yelling out the daily price, selling yellow plantains in a heavy bag of rice. Taxis honking loudly in the congested traffic jam, buying a delicious patty filled with spicy lamb. Vibrant dresses spinning in the afternoon heat, navigating carefully the chaotic busy street. haggling for a bargain on the corner sidewalk, listening to the locals enthusiastically talk.
Slamming the domino piece up on the wooden table, shouting at my brother because I am completely able. Drinking white rum from a tiny plastic cup, watching the neighborhood rude boys sizing me up. Stray dogs barking wildly at the passing cars, hiding my heavy cash inside the glass jars. Corrugated zinc fences painted in green and gold, a magnificent story that is waiting to be told. The pulse of the capital beating relentlessly, surviving the struggle entirely beautifully. A rough exterior hiding a magnificent heart, tearing the oppressive corrupt system apart. Standing firmly upon the Kingston block, surviving the daily unpredictable hard shock. The undisputed epicenter of the reggae sound, where the greatest musicians are easily found. Kingston block, rough around the sharp edges, fulfilling the local community pledges. Police cruisers flashing their bright blue lights, patrolling the avenues during the humid nights. But the sound system operator drops the heavy needle, exposing the corrupt politicians acting incredibly feeble. A massive clash between the rival audio crews, broadcasting the authentic underground news. Bass speakers vibrating the peeling window frame, playing the dangerous,
highly competitive game. Smoke rising thickly from the jerk chicken grill, serving up the plates with an exceptional skill. Barefoot children running through the narrow alleyway, making up fantastic games that they love to play. The aroma of spices saturating the thick air, a beautiful resilience that is incredibly rare. Mothers sitting on the porch braiding their daughters' hair, handling the extreme pressure with a fabulous flair. The pulse of the capital beating relentlessly, surviving the struggle entirely beautifully. A rough exterior hiding a magnificent heart, tearing the oppressive corrupt system apart. Standing firmly upon the Kingston block, surviving the daily unpredictable hard shock. The undisputed epicenter of the reggae sound, where the greatest musicians are easily found. Kingston block, rough around the sharp edges, fulfilling the local community pledges.
downtown grit mixes with the uptown flair, creating an atmosphere completely beyond compare. From Trench Town to Papini, energy is immense, jumping wildly over the high concrete fence. Pull up, pull up.
Streets are hot, real life. Watch your step. Standing firmly upon the Kingston block, surviving the daily unpredictable hard shock. The undisputed epicenter of the reggae sound, where the greatest musicians are easily found. Kingston block, rough around the sharp edges, fulfilling the local community pledges.
City never sleeps, block is alive, respect the streets.
Kingston town. Stepping into the massive, stepping into the massive glass botanical dome, leaving the cold, unforgiving city to find a new home. Condensation dripping from the gigantic fern leaves, a spectacular environment that my spirit receives. Orchids blooming brilliantly in the artificial moonlight, creating an absolutely stunning, colorful sight. Taking off my sandals to feel the damp, rich soil, escaping in time. metropolitan turmoil.
Hey, the humidity is rising inside this giant terrarium, a beautifully preserved botanical aquarium. We cultivate the rhythm underneath the glass ceiling, experiencing a completely natural euphoric feeling. The bass frequency makes the massive palm trees shake, a magnificent vibration that we successfully make. Roots digging deeply into the cultivated dark dirt, healing every single accumulated psychological hurt. The temperature is perfectly regulated in this space, a highly secretive, beautifully overgrown place. Flora and fauna responding to the heavy dub beat, creating an undeniable, exceptionally sticky heat. Dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular, biological, deep connection. Vines wrapping securely around the steel structural beams, fulfilling the most ambitious agricultural dreams. The subwoofer is disguised as a hollowed out log, pumping the music through the thick artificial fog. We are the gardeners of the auditory heavy sound, planting the musical seeds deeply into the ground. The canopy catches the echoes bouncing from below, watching the bioluminescent mushrooms softly glow.
Petals opening up to receive the acoustic vibration, a beautifully localized environmental salvation. My dress sweeps across the mossy emerald green, the most magnificent garden I have ever seen. Oxygen levels are incredibly, exceptionally high. Looking through the glass at the distant starry sky, we are dancing in a perfectly sealed ecosystem, extracting the beauty from the complex plant stem. The temperature is perfectly regulated in this space, a highly secretive, beautifully overgrown place. Flora and fauna responding to the heavy dub beat, creating an undeniable, exceptionally sticky heat. Dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular, biological, deep connection. Let the artificial rain shower upon the crowd, play the organic instruments exceptionally loud. The glass walls protect us from the freezing outside, a magnificent sanctuary where we can safely hide. Humid air, breathe deeply, roots growing, glass stone, dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular, biological, deep connection. Watering the plants, greenhouse sleeps, tropical vibes.